Hey plastic model builders, this is the B-17G Flying Fortress Part 1. As usual, real quick, wash your parts, that way you get all the oils off of them. And it makes for better model building. It is time to start our new build. It is the B-17G Flying Fortress. It's by Revell. It is our 1/48 scale model. I haven't done this one before. So first thing we're going to do, you open up these instructions to page 2. It has step 1, of course. I'm going to find everything that is chromate green, and we are going to paint that chromate green. But before we paint it chromate green, we are going to paint them silver first. Why? I think I might do some cockpit weathering. I don't normally do that, but sometimes we have to change things up. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get to it and make it look pretty. So let's start by getting all of the parts off that are silver, as you can see here, to ironically paint them aluminum. Not silver, but a close color. We are going to do some fun things with this model that I haven't done before, because why? We have to grow as modelers to make things look pretty and make people go, oh, I like watching these videos. So these are all the parts right here that I'm going to be painting silver, in addition to some other parts, like these chairs right here, and some gun sights, and some instrument panels, and some controls and seats. Why? Just because that's how they go. Here are the control sticks, wheels, whatever you want to call them. You got this little deal right here too. So there's all those. We're going to start painting these a nice aluminum color. There we go, airbrush that on. This is one of the bulkheads. Another little bulkhead. They got plenty of these things. I don't remember where all of them go. Clearly this is for the bombs. Another bulkhead. Plane has lots of bulkheads, just so you know. It's a great plane. This is in the tail of the plane. Holds the rear wheel. And another bulkhead. Same bulkhead. It's got a front and a back to it. Probably for the cabin. You know, they got lots of fun stuff. Right here, got one of our control decks, where the seat goes for the gunners. This is a combo control deck right here. Goes in, down that little door that you can't see because it's actually closed, and you go in through the other side. We have our seat right here. Going to paint those silver. We got some guns with ammo. Not really the guns, but the ammo. And here's that control panel I was telling you about. So yes, painting everything aluminum. Just about done with it, so not too much left. Got our little control stick, paint that aluminum, and after we're done with this, we are going to do what we were doing now. Putting little splotches of liquid mask. There are various ways to do it. This is how I did mine. Do yours your way. I'm sure there are other techniques, and I will pick some of those up later. I just wanted to give this a look of true chipping, where it had some sort of thickness on the underlaying, you know, and actually the outer laying paint looking downwards onto it. You know, always see that little bit of layer there. So that's what I'm going for here. I felt this way might work, as opposed to just dry brushing a little bit of silver on there, or whatever you do after the model's painted. I didn't do any other weathering other than this, just so you know. You see, getting the side of the chair, just little splotches here and there, random. Have no rhyme or reason, wherever I felt like putting them. Right here we got the control panel, of course. Naturally, these are where feet would go, so it seems logical to put some stuff here. And here's just another random one that goes in the middle of a bulkhead. Figured I'd just put that there. And we got some controls, instruments, wiring, you know. Of course, go around this little area here, because this is where a guy's going to sit in a chair. Naturally, you're going to see wear from his feet. Think about that stuff. Got door handles, people touching things, little spots. That's just how I like to do things. Find those little spots where things go. Alright, carefully cut this out. This is the plane. We are going to spray everything a chromate green. So we want to remove these parts that are going chromate green. Quick little test fit here, show you how this goes together, just like so. That way I wanted to look inside and see, well, I can spray all the way over here just to see what really needs to be sprayed, because lots of colors kind of just cast in certain areas and you don't always see them. So here's the test fit, that way you can see what's going on. I use Model Master Zinc Chromate, Green Zinc Chromate. Front of the aircraft, quite obvious. Do a light coat, just go light with this. If you want, spray it a little black ahead of time and you'll have a different effect. Haven't gotten to that skill level yet. Baby steps, of course, but I'm improving. We all have to admit, I'm getting a little bit better. Not a lot, just a little bit. That's all that matters. Trust me, in the next builds, you'll see some major improvement, I think. Just, how it goes. Model making madness. You got to make things look pretty. Anyhow, I'm painting basically the whole thing. Now, the reason, as I said in one of my previous videos, why you saw those rivets up top in the tail, this plane is meant to be done as a half section as well, so you could just see everything inside. So here's the control deck, getting all that painted, covering all those little specks of blue. Make sure you get this under part right there. And of course, bulkheads with fire extinguishers. It's just easier for me to paint everything chromate green. We'll go back later, paint all the other detail, but we will pick off all this little blue stuff. That way you can see what the chipping effect looks like that I was going for. And I feel I did a fairly decent job. We'll find out. This is how modeling goes. Get your chairs. Yes, I glued them to my little thing there, my stick, because you're not going to see much, which is the point. So here's that rear of the plane. We're going to even do the seats. I don't remember if this was the right color, and I went back and did it later. Too lazy to look. Anyway, one more bulkhead, and we will start getting soon after all this into the scraping away. But I figured you'd want to see all these parts that go chromate green. It is a lot of them, so just make sure you take your time, you read your instructions, you get all the parts sprayed that you need sprayed. If you want, you can even do a different type of green color. Your model, your choice. My model and my choice. Like how I stuck that there right inside that little thing, it just holds perfectly. That is the control stick. Now we're doing the other side of the aircraft, the fuselage. You can see how we're doing this. Nice and light colors. That's how it worked for me. So get all this, see how it goes on kind of wet, and then it dries very dry. That's the whole point of it. All right, chromate green, last couple of pieces, and then we will start peeling off our little blue specks of liquid mask. Right about now that that is done. All right, so here we go, right where the feet go. I'm using a razor knife to do this because it works for me. I'm learning, yes. And there we go. Shines nicely. Gotta be careful not to chip the underlaying paint. Look at that. Just comes off perfect. I like it. I'm glad I decided to do some things that were different, that I haven't tried before. And yes, I know you're not really going to be able to see most of this, but what better way to practice on a nice plane is for stuff that you might not actually see. That way you're not really ruining a plane where you can see a lot of this detail. I figure, hey, I'll show you how I'm doing it, and it's a great plane to practice on. If you're not doing the halved version, and even if you are, you'll make that look a lot better. So here's the side of that chair, put a long speck on there just for wear. Peel that off. I like how it turned out. Looked very, very good. You see? I like it. I like it a lot. Not too much. We have this wheel here. I am just basically getting rid of the seam line. I'm going to show you this. It means we're coming to the end of the video. See how I do this? Got to take this sanding stick and just kind of stick it right in the hole. You see how it fits? Just like so. It's going to go right in there. Good way to get rid of the seam lines. That's how I did it. Anywho, it looks good. We'll glue that a little bit later. Going to paint some, building them, putting them onto the aircraft afterwards with the windows attached. There's not a right way or a wrong way to do this. There's just a smarter way and a not so smart way, I guess you could say. Anyway, a lot of guns to paint on this aircraft, probably like 30 or 40. Just be prepared to do a lot of guns. The B-17G is a great model. That's all I have to say about that. So here you can see the double guns. Get those. One is for the ball turret and the other is for the top turret. Of course, chromate green all around these. Video is, by the way, coming to an end, which is a good thing because that means we can make some more videos for you. Anyway, here's the end of this stuff right about now with the last gun. Painted it all. This is what's coming up. The interior. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. And of course, until next time, I will see ya.